Andy and I had sliding doors because we met quite by chance. He was approached at work, outside work. He worked at Lloyd's Registry and Lloyd's Shipping in London. And he was going out for lunch. He'd been on his own for 3-4 years. And this very nice lady, apparently, young, pretty, clipboard, came up to him and said, "Excuse me, sir, are you single?" And it went from there. He filled out a form. I happened to see in a paper, and I had 3 friends. One used to kick me into shape when I was down, and another one would give me a hug, and the other one would say, "Look what I found in the paper." We didn't have dating agencies.
Yeah.
They said, "You're 40. Do you want to be on your own for the rest of your life?" And I said, "No." And they found me a cutting in a paper, which my brother paid for, where you paid to go to London and they matched you with, well, you had bronze, silver or gold. Andy apparently paid for gold and got me, so I always in his debt, because he probably paid about £500. I only paid 2.
I reckon he got platinum, Sue, if I may say so. So that was such a lovely story. I'm so happy we dwelt there. It wasn't you with the clipboard. It was somebody else that got him to sign in, and then he paid for gold.
He hardly ever went out for lunch. It was by coincidence. And I didn't get the Daily Telegraph or whatever it was, and somebody saw this thing saying professional people apply only. And it was in London, and you went and you were interviewed, and yeah. And I got his telephone number in a very posh letter telling me all about him. He liked painting, he liked this, he liked that. And I thought, oh, that sounds quite good. I was on a weekend with these 3 girls down in Hythe, and I said, "Oh, I've got this letter today. Ring him, ring him." I said, "No, we're having a nice weekend." Anyway, coin box, rang him. He was going away. He was taking his parents away for a week in the Lake District. And I just caught him, and we met the following week on his mum's birthday. So we always had, that's another curry story. We always had 2 anniversaries. One when we met, our first date, and one when we got married.
And what was the date you met?
18th of October, 1993.
The date indelibly scorched in.
People know that.
Not a lot of people know that. That's indelibly scorched. How wonderful. And I'm so happy we heard that story. Remember the adage too, what's meant for you won't pass you by, and how extraordinary that someone meant for you didn't pass you by because they showed you the cutting, which sliding doors changed your life. How wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the gift of hindsight, what notes, help or advice might you proffer to a younger version of Sue Garrett, would you say?
Be very careful about following your dream to the detriment of your children.
We're ramping up finally, or penultimately, to talk about Shakespeare and how when all is said and done, you would most like to be remembered, would you say, Sue?
I think just as someone who would always help if she could. And please talk about me when I'm not here, whether it be good or bad. Because we do laugh about my mum. She was quite outspoken, and Dad was funny. And we talk about them. And I think that would be good.
I think your legacy is in the bag. This has been an absolute privilege and a joy speaking to you, Sue. Is there anything else, as this has been your moment in the sunshine, recording your own legacy life reflections, is there anything else you'd like to say, Sue?
I think just that people need to keep, I'm a very half full person. I will always try and look at the better side of things, even though I have a job letting go of the bad past. Now, I will always try and find the good and the kind. that's my, yeah.
If I may just say, it's been an absolute privilege listening to you, and I would encourage you to go public with it because you have stoicism, wisdom, insights that are incredibly powerful to listen to.
I'm not sure about that.
That's fine.
I'm me.
Yes. So I've been Chris Grimes, but most importantly, this has been Sue Garrett recording your Legacy Life Reflections, and it's been a privilege to listen to you. So I'll leave you to say the last words. Anything else you'd finally like to say before we end the episode?
Well, I think my mother and father didn't think I would make a state registered nurse, and I hope I made them proud. And I've had a very wonderful nursing life. So, and I think that's possibly helped make me.